shirts. So I got like.
So what are you doing? The guys come in. You got some guys doing this, some guys doing that.
I got 3 guys doing this. I got a tent. I got an awning that come from the trailer that I literally pull. It's a whole tent that come over. So I sit guys along the big guard recovery.
And the zero gravity chairs.
Zero gravity chairs. And they do normal take out there. And also
so zero gravity, those chairs go up.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. That's what
I got
Lifetime has.
Yeah, I got those. I got the outdoor settings for those. But I got tents as well. So that's a little bit what it is. So it's a quick say. You know, this guy working mysterious ways is like magic. You know, I went to the gas station. Paul told me he was gonna come out and check me out, do the normal take leg compression. I was on my way circling around. And look who was walking out, Mr. Paul BIANCARDI, man.
I'm a man of my legs.
His legs. Get them together in the big guard recovery trailer, man. Paul, we all know on the basketball side, you evaluate talent. All the top high schools. Some people say you are the man that shifts the rankings. You know, when you obviously evaluating talent, you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So obviously you have a criteria that guys got to check that falls within, I guess, 1 through 10, 15 through 20. How does that work? Could you explain the criteria?
Yeah, there's a lot of different criteria.
Okay.
What I look for is, first of all, you got to look at athleticism. You got to look at physical measurables because they do matter.
Yep.
Even though you had an undersized basketball camp for guards, undersized guard camp.
Yeah.
But you look at measurables, you look at skill.
Okay.
Shooting the basketball, mid-range threes, layups, floaters, free throw.
Right.
How do they score? And then you look at their drive game. Are they shooters, they drivers, a little bit of both. And then after you're done with the skill level, I look at, okay, ball handling. How are they can they bring the ball up against pressure? What do they do in the half court in terms of, are they an initiator or are they a finisher with the ball handling? Some guys can initiate offense, other guys finish offense.
Right.
Obviously, passing to me is a big deal. Everything from the hit-ahead pass, the advanced pass, to the pocket pass and the pick and roll. I'm looking at guys making different types of passes, different types of reads. Decision making is a big criteria for me. You make a decision quickly and you make an accurate decision, you're a basketball player. When you hold on to the ball too long and you over dribble, you've got bad habits. So those are some of the categories. Then obviously I look at things that have nothing to do with scoring. Rebounding, on-ball defending, off-ball defending, shot blocking. There's a whole list of categories that I go through. And then finally, traits. What are their traits? How competitive? How coachable? What's their body language? What type of teammate are they? I look at every single thing. I look at respect, whether it's the other team, the official, the coaching staff. I'm trying to cover every single thing that an NBA scout would look for.
Okay, so a lot of guys always think that it's about geographic location, where you're located on the map. You know, I was a guy who kind of thought of that as I traveled around. I started seeing maybe an East Coast bias, to my knowledge. You know, the New York, the Jerseys, I feel like they got an upper more hand of the guys that maybe was in the Midwest of the country. Do geographics matter when it comes to exposure to rankings and also exposure to obviously being highly recruited?
Well, first of all, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I don't use the word exposure.
Okay.
I think it's misunderstood. I think it's overused,
Yep.
and I don't believe in exposure. I believe in opportunity.
Okay.
Every time a kid plays, he has an opportunity to play well. Exposure to a lot of people is like a one-time wonder pill. Like if you're going to take this pill and everyone's going to watch, everything's going to be great. Well, if you play great once, you got to continue to play great. And if you play poorly, it doesn't mean you're not going to get recruited or be good. Great players have had bad games, right? So you got to be careful how you use words.
Yep.
Geographics don't matter. It's all about how good the player is, what he does in the course of the game, his performance. So I look at 4 things. Their performance. Did they impact winning? Did they influence winning? Did they dominate the game? Or were they a role player? And then I look at productivity. What do they repeatedly do? Is it 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists? That's what he's given us most games. You want guys that are productive and consistent. Then I look at potential. Where can he play in the college game? Top 25 program, Power 4 conference, mid-major plus, mid-major. And then the last one is potential. I have to look at how they can fit into the NBA draft. Would they be a first-round pick? Would they be a second-round pick? And if you're not either one of those, in my mind, based on by the end of your senior year, then it probably would be hard to be in the rankings because that's 30% of the formula.
Yeah.
So it's what they do in high school, what the potential is going to be in college, you project that, since I coached in college, I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
And then the NBA draft. So it's kind of a mixture. It's like in wine, it's like a red blend.
Okay. And with the undersized guard, I'm not gonna hold you too long, but with the undersized guard,
Now you got me here.
Hey, with the
I can't run away with these
you
on.
can't. So with today's climate, the undersized guard is
Yeah.
obviously declining, especially on the American state side when it comes to pro. At the college level, we all over the place, overseas, all over the place. What does an undersized guard has to show Paul BIANCARDI for him to give him that stamp of approval? And how do you feel undersized guard need to attack just their work schedule, and not even just their work schedule, but how they plan to play and perform on circuits?
Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of undersized guards. You hit me in the heart. I'll tell you why. I coached a lot of great undersized guards in college. One in particular, James Scooney Penn, for us at Boston College. Check this out. Rookie of the Year in the Big East at Boston College.
Okay.
He transfers with us to Ohio State, and he finishes as the Big Ten Player of the Year, 5'10", 5'11" max.
Oh, we need
And you get those two awards. You got to Google his name. I've had some really good guards. Deshaun Wood, kid played for me at Wright State. He was about 6'1". He was the Horizon League Player of the Year. So I'm a big fan of small guards.
Yep.
They have to pick up full court or half court. They have to be a disruptor on the defensive end. They got to be relentless and tenacious on the ball. They have to make open shots because the offense is probably going to leave them open. So you got to make open shots. Next thing is you have to have a strong assist-to-turnover ratio. You can't be small and turn it over. Okay, you got to be solid with the ball, pressure the ball, make open shots. And I think if you do those three things, there's a place for you in a lot of programs at the college level. I think about, a small guard size-wise who's in the NBA now is Trae Young.
Yeah.
He had that distance on his jump shot.
For sure.
And great passer as well. Wasn't the defender that I talked about, but offensively, Trae Young was as good as there is at his size.
They're running the show.
High school, college, and the NBA. Small guards can play high major college basketball. The NBA is a little bit different. You have to have a real tough mentality, like a Fred Van Vliet type of guy, like
Davion Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell. You got to be extremely quick or extremely strong and tough, because you're going to get bullied in the NBA when you're 6 feet and under.
For sure. My man Paul BIANCARDI doing a normal take leg compression. Listen, we always like real time and real results. So I know you got games to get to. So we're going to decompress these boots right now. He had the big guard recovery experience. So
Oh, this is beautiful.
we hoping.
Feel brand new again?
Brand new.
Can feel brand new.
35 again.
Talk to us, Paul. How you feeling?
Legs feel fresh. Ready to get back in the gym. Got a lot of energy right now in my legs. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, appreciate you.
That's perfect.
Signing off, Paul. Can we get a big guard?
Big guard!
Yes, sir.